Hello to all my retorts out there. We got a great one today. It's your boy, Old Uncle Matty, accompanied by the one and only Bern Podcasty. It's the Working Perspectives Podcast presents The Retorted Show. On the show today, I'm going to bring you some incredible, amazing, outstanding facts. And then we're going to do a new segment. In this segment, we're going to decide what's yuppie and what's blue collar, and you're going to love every second of it. And then also, we're going to do a blind ranking as well as sprinkling in some comments left on our social media and YouTube channel and responding to those comments in kind. You know what that means. You know what that means. Leave Arabella alone. She's had enough. But Bern, I'm happy to see you. Always great to see you. How you doing, my man?
Doing great, baby. Doing great. Just looking to catch up on last week, see what's new in the world. Excited for a new segment. And yeah, can't wait. Can't wait, baby. Always excited to be here.
Very good. Well, Bern, we're going to do a little something new. Instead of starting with commence to commentings, how would you like some kind of cool, fun facts kind of stuff?
It can never be too early for me. The new gimmicks, the fun facts can never happen too early for me. Love them to death.
Very good. All right, Bern. Well, are you ready for your first one?
Fire away.
Fire away. Okay. Bern, have you heard of this term? Cul De Sac.
Yeah, it's a term where the street just kind of wraps around. It's like a dead end street, right?
Buddy, you nailed it. You absolutely nailed it. I'll tell you this: when you say cul-de-sac, yuppie comes to mind. I'll tell you that right there. You know, a lot of cul-de-sacs in my neighborhood. Just saying, a lot high income, a lot of cul-de-sacs. So heard the term cul-de-sac, and in my mind, I'm like, what? I've said this. I've heard it. I think I know what it means, but I don't know if I do. So I dug some digging and I did some dugging and all that kind of stuff. And the term cul-de-sac has a fascinating history, originating from the French phrase meaning bottom of the sack. This literal translation accurately describes the street's shape, a dead end with a rounded or bulbous end for turning around. Interestingly, the term appeared in English around 1738, not to describe streets, but in anatomical context, referring to a pouch or tube with only one opening in the body. It wasn't until the early 19th century that cul-de-sac began to be used in English to describe dead-end streets. While cul-de-sac is still used in modern French to refer to dead ends, the terms impasse and voie sans issue are more common. Today, cul-de-sac evokes images of quiet residential streets, offering a sense of privacy and safety away from bustling thoroughfares. So, that is cul-de-sac. Bottom of the sack.
The old bottom of the sack. That's the big thing about the big advantage of the cul-de-sac is that you get no through traffic. You know, no one's ever cutting down your street. So it's really just, if you don't live there, you don't really have any reason to be there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
The real get off my lawn kind of vibe.
Oh, yeah. Totally like, hey, if you ain't one of us, beat it, bub. Yeah. I'll tell you, too, like, I don't know. The kids I knew that had the cul-de-sac thing going, you know, it was like they kind of ran the sack. You know what I mean? Like a lot going on in the cul-de-sac. A lot of games, a lot of running arounds. A lot of fun stuff, you know, a lot of whiffies and all that kind of stuff, you know.
You know what's nice about the cul-de-sac is you can roll the old basketball hoop right out onto the curb, and you got a lot of space to play, and you're not dealing with that like game on, game off the whole time with cars ripping down through you. So I was always jealous of the cul-de-sac because you could, you know, we had a hoop in the driveway, but our driveway was this wide, so like there wasn't a whole lot you can do. But on the cul-de-sac, you can actually play like a legit 3-on-3 game. So always jealous of that.
Big time, dude. Could not agree more. I'm 10,000% with you. The cul-de-sac also too for hockey, some street hockey, wiffle ball. Like it legit seems like it had everything. It was basically like a mini arena for kids. Am I right?
Yeah. Any kind of street outside sports game, way better on a cul-de-sac.
Oh, totally. And I think the parents all kind of got the deal too. You know, it's like, look, the kids are gonna be playing out here. Scoot in, a little slow. Make sure you don't hit the kids, and then continue playing and not being inside bothering the shit out of us. Right?
Yeah, and that's a deal that everybody in a neighborhood is going to sign. Like, where do I sign on the dotted line? We're all going to agree. We're all going to agree that we're going to go slow here so our kids don't have to be in our house driving us nuts. Sign me up tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. And then all I have to do is
Yesterday.
look out the window to watch
There
them.
they are.
Done.
There they are.
Done. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, absolutely. Let's do it. And then apparently too, I guess in the northeastern climes, the cul-de-sac snow is a real thing. Like apparently, from the people I knew that had the cul-de-sac thing going, the plow guys would do like a mountain,
Oh,
like
that rules.
yeah, they would like legit like let's I think it was usually in the center of the sack. You got a big old mountain, or maybe like towards the top, middle, or something like that. Like there was specific, like there was a specific area for the mountain, and everyone knew like this is where it's going down. So little King of the Hill
I was
action,
gonna say you
little
got some
sledderoonie,
mini sledding, maybe a fort. King of the Hill is right
Oh,
there. That's
the
perfect.
fort's probably the best. That's the prime fort.
Prime fort. That packed in snow. Dig it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, cul-de-sac. Pretty sweet deal. Sounds like a pretty sweet deal, actually.
Yeah, there's a lot in my neighborhood, high income area. What do you think? All right, Bern. Well, that was my first little fun fact gimmick kind of thing, and I have another one for you. Are you ready?
Hit me, baby.
Okay. I heard this term at work today. Have you ever heard of the term kerfuffle?
I have heard the term kerfuffle.
Yeah.
My
Kerfuffle.
understanding is that it means a bit of a dust up, bit of a low stakes tussle, maybe a bit of a stake.
Well, this is what I found out, Bern. Kerfuffle is a delightful word used to describe a commotion or a fuss, often caused by a disagreement or a problem. Its origins trace back to the early 20th century, likely emerging from the Scots words kerfuffle, which in itself has roots in Scottish Gaelic. Car in Gaelic means a turn or a bend, while fuffle is thought to be imaginative in origin, suggesting a rustling or disarranging. Interestingly, the word spelling evolved over time, possibly influenced by the onomatopoeic words like kerplunk. While the exact reason for the shift in kerfuffle from C to beginning with a K remains uncertain, it's believed that the K sound better captures the sense of abruptness and commotion associated with the word. Because if you hear kerfuffle instead of kerfuffle, I guess, today, kerfuffle is widely used in informal English to describe a variety of situations, from minor disagreements to large disturbances. It's a versatile and expressive word that adds a touch of playfulness to any description or commotion.
I got to say, Maddie, I'm really loving this etymology section where we go back and we break down words. I had a chance to use one of these over the weekend.
Do tell.
My daughter is newly 3 years old and just really settled into that dick phase.
Yeah.
And we were driving in the car and she was mad because her brother was looking at her, and she was mad because it was too sunny, but she didn't want to wear my sunglasses, and she was mad. And at one point I just went, "Can you stop being such a mudge?"
Classic mudge.
And her response was, "I'm not a mudge, Daddy. I'm a little girl." So that provided me a couple minutes of enjoyment and hilarity. But yeah, I'm starting to be able to use these words more confidently in my daily vocabulary. And
it sounds like you had quite the kerfuffle with your daughter.
She's looking. She can't wait. She's looking for a kerfuffle. She wishes a motherfucker
she's a total
would.
curmudgeon, that kerfuffle.
She's curmudgeoning her way to kerfuffle is what she's doing.
Yeah. I do have a third thing I wanted to talk about. Are you okay with that?
Listen, you know how much I love this section, Maddie. I'm never going to say no.
All right. Well, here we go. So, the Chinese word for penguin. Do you know what that translates to?
I have absolutely no idea.
Well, I heard a thing and I had to research it, but I originally heard that the Chinese word for penguin, the English translation is business goose.
What?
Yeah. Which I was like, well, that's the fucking best thing I've ever heard. So I had to do some digging to confirm. Are you ready?
Because of the tuxedo?
Yeah. Because it looks like it's wearing a suit. Yeah. Business goose. So here's what I found out. So it says, while it may sound like a whimsical invention, the Chinese word for penguin doesn't actually translate specifically to business goose. This is a popular misconception that is spread online. The second character in the word does indeed mean goose. However, the first character has a more complex meaning. While it can be used in words related to business, like the meaning business enterprise has that symbol in it. In the context of penguin, it is more archaic meaning. It means to stand on tiptoe. So this interpretation likely stems from the penguin's upright posture and waddling gait, which might resemble someone standing on their toes. Therefore, a more accurate translation of it would be standing goose. The business goose translation, while inaccurate, is a fun and memorable way to remember the Chinese word for penguin. It also plays on the image of penguins looking like they're wearing tiny tuxedos, ready for a day at the office, which is true.
Standing goose, tiptoe goose is great, but you led with business goose, and I am going to continue going with business goose.
I don't want to. Yeah, I'm still going to spread the business goose. Because to be fair, we're all little business goose.
We're all just a little business geese running around here trying to figure it out.
Bern, that was an incredible fun fact gimmick section. Would you like to keep it on moving down the road?
Shall we commence?
Let's commence to commenting. Bern, we got a great first comment here, and it's something we love to see on the show. So, first comment comes off the Unsinkable Sailor clip, The Mystery of Hugh Williams. The comment comes from SD Williams 461. SD Williams 461. She is a silly goose. Maybe she's a business goose.
Oh, we got business gooses and we got silly gooses. I love where this episode is going so far. And Hugh Williams, honestly, I've been thinking about since we did that story.
So here's what they said. SD Williams 461. They said, I traced a family tree to this person in Wales. He is my relations. Thank you. I found this video by accident. The name Hugh Williams was a very common name in Wales all through the centuries. So they stumbled onto this video by accident, did a little researching, and found out Hugh Williams is in their family tree. How about it?
And you know why Hugh Williams is in their family tree?
He's still alive.
He's unsinkable. He's unsinkable. He gets off the boat. They rescue him in the water. He goes on. He has babies. He's got grandbabies, great-great-grandbabies. You can't sink Hugh Williams, and you can't sink, quite frankly, I don't think you can probably sink his progeny either.
No.
Has SD Williams considered attempting this boat trip?
I mean,
just saying.
If she does, I would love for her to record it and let us know.
Just saying. Get back to us and let us know.
Yeah, I have two more comments coming in this sector. So they're both coming off the clip, the Roadhouse recast shorts clip. Bern, great clip. Really liked it. We picked some great stuff, but not everyone agreed with us. So the first comment comes from Stephen Ewells. It's kind of like how Carrie Ewells spells it. It's Stephen Ewells, ELWESS, at Stephen Ewells. He left a comment saying, garbage, absolute garbage. And then I responded by saying, thank you for commenting. Who would you pick to recast the movie?
Yeah, Steve, what are your suggestions? Did he offer them?
No, he didn't. I would love, dude, if you want to say it's garbage, that's fine. But I would also like to hear who would you recast, because I'm not going to lie. I thought that was great. Dude, Bernthal as Dalton, Vinnie Jones as Garrett, Cole Hauser as Brad Wesley. Dude, we did Ian McShane as the guy who owns the town, Braun Strowman to take out Terry Funk, and then Zoe Saldana as the fucking doctor. I mean, what we doing here?
Listen, we're shooting from the hip.
Right? I'll tell you, that wasn't a mediocre recasting. One mediocre dickhead.
It was not, but listen, buddy, who do you like? We're open to suggestions. We're an open book here. We're an absolute open book. I would have loved to have heard him come on, drop his suggestions, completely blow us away, and we would have handed him his flowers.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Dude, if he would have dropped some fucking killers on there, I've been like, done. There you go. Boom. You win. But he didn't say anything. They didn't say anything, so they can go smoke a chode in the party zone. Is that how they do it?
Pound sand, bro.
So, and then the other comment that comes off this clip is from our guy. Dude, this guy has just been too legit to quit lately. I love the shit out of this guy. I think we're finding out too that he's he's in the I think it's the Air Force, Bern. I don't want to I know it's a touchy subject. I got to get that right. But it's everyone's favorite dude. It's the one and only Omni 112, aka William Handy, has a great comment on this video, and this is what he says. He says thus. He says, Zoe, I can dig it, but everyone knows Roadhouse is about the Lee Dungaree roundhouse kicks. So I say we have a tryout for who can do the most magnificent roundhouse. Somehow we'll end up with Michael J. White as Dalton. And I said, and then he says, okay, I see the error of my ways. You guys got it right. I was like, and then I responded by saying, honestly, Swayze is the only right answer when it comes to Lee Dungaree roundhouse kicks. I like Michael J. White. He could play Dalton, Garrett, or the bad guy also. He's as flexible as Swayze doing a roundhouse kick in dungarees. And also confirming Omni 112 William Handy's in the military because dungaree, that is all military.
100%. Yeah. 100%. And listen, Michael J. White, a little old at this point, but no one's doubting his physical prowess or martial arts abilities. That guy's been doing it since been doing it.
That was the comments for this sector. Really great stuff. As always, we got a great community here. But Bern, let's keep it on moving down the road. Are you ready to shuffle the deck a little bit?
Yeah, let's shuffle the deck. Let's change it up a little bit this week.
Shuffle the deck a little bit. Keep them on their tizzos. So before, at this point, we would be doing a check-in. We're not doing that. We're scratching that. I'm not loving that. So right now, we're going to the blind ranking, which everyone's been digging.
So let's try something a little different this week.
Yeah. Also, we got a new segment that's going to put some dicks in the dirt. Okay. Bern, are you ready? We're blind ranking, and this is a little inspiration from last week. We're blind ranking pies, my good friend. Pie.
Oh, pie. Now we're talking. Now we're in my wheelhouse. Now this is going to be actually very difficult because I am a big time pie guy.
Love pie. Love pie. Love
underrated dessert. You want to do something nice for me on my birthday? Forget the birthday cake. Give me a birthday pie.
Oh, dude. I'll
remember you forever.
That should be the gimmick, right? Like
birthday
once you get
pie.
to that, I'll tell you, that's something we're going to do a segment after this where it's going to be blue collar versus yuppie. Birthday pie, that's fucking blue collar, daddy. That's fucking blue collar. Birthday pie is blue collar. Goddamn right.
Pies are, recipes are passed down through generations. Most birthday cake tastes like birthday cake, which is fine. It's just kind of the same. But birthday pie, that's a special gift. That's how I know you're really wishing me a happy one.
So like I said, Bern, we're blind ranking pies. Are you ready?
I am chomping/champing at the bit here. Let's go.
Okay. First one, it's a good one. It's a good one. We're going lemon meringue. Where are you putting it, babe?
Ooh, lemon meringue.
Starting hot, daddy.
Lemon meringue. Starting hot. Lemon meringue.
Lemon meringue.
This is going to shock a lot of people. I mean, this is going to shock a lot of people.
Shock us, daddy.
And I want to make it clear that I really enjoy myself a piece of lemon meringue.
Goddamn right you do.
But it's going in the 5-hole for me.
All right. Okay. Okay. So the next one, I've lumped them together because they're kind of, it's like the same. It's pumpkin and sweet potato. That's one thing, but they're together. Pumpkin and sweet potato.
Seasonally, they go together. Texturally, they're very similar. You're probably having them after a similar meal.
You've definitely confused them with each other before. So
100%. And either way, you still win.
Right.
3.
Wow. Yep. Okay. Bern, here we go. Apple pie.
Apple pie, and there's so many ways to make apple pie.
You could do crumb, you could do lattice, you could do full. Like it's endless the amount of apple pie, and guarantee it's. Well, I don't even say. I think we'll go with. I mean, we could say it's warm. Sure, we could say they're all warm, Daddy.
Look, Kim, I mean, you don't want to warm up the meringue too much, but the. I'm going to put apple pie, and this is a daring play by me. because
Yep.
I might
It's
end up
daring.
eating my words on this. Apple pie's going number 2.
2. Numero dos. Daddy? All right, Bern. Here we go. The next one. Next one up. Next one up. We're going coconut cream pie. Daddy.
Fuck. This just, well.
You don't know what Daddy's putting at last. You don't know what I'm putting last, do you? Do
Well,
you?
I'll tell you what I'm not doing is putting coconut at number 1. I'm not a coconut guy. That's going right to 4.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
now I owe lemon meringue some real apologies. I owe a real
Yeah, you
apology to
do.
lemon meringue.
Yeah,
I
you
do.
do.
I
Yeah,
owe
you
meringue.
do.
I owe that lemon meringue an apology.
Yeah, you
Coconut
do.
cream. I should have seen it coming. I'm just not a coconut guy, and it's the texture of the shaved coconut that really bugs me. I don't like it.
Also, I mean, can I say this? I love creme brulee. You know what I mean? Like I love those kind of I really do love those kind of desserts. But the coconut cream, creme brulee, it's the sweet egg flavor. I mean, meringue's in the same boat. It's that
Sure.
sweet egg, you know? It's like, when did we get sweet egg? So I don't know. Sweet egg, it's good, but sometimes it can be bad. Am I right or am I right?
It's the shaved coconut for me. Not a fan. Not a fan. It gets in your
Taste or
teeth.
consistency?
Consistency. Way more consistency than flavor. Although there's very few things that I opt for the coconut flavor of. So maybe a little bit of both, but I think consistency for me is the bigger hindrance.
Sure. Okay.
All right.
Are
Well,
you
here
ready?
we go. Only one left. Yeah.
Only one left. Only one left. And we're going with good old pecan pie. Daddy.
All right. Well, I fucked this whole list up.
You're not a pecan fan?
I mean, I am, but at number 1 spot is absurd. Over apple pie.
I'll tell you, a little pecan with some whippy on top. A little pecan pie with a little whippy on top, Daddy. That's a good ass time, bro. All right, Bern. Well, here's your list. You ended up with pecan pie at number 1, apple pie number 2, pumpkin/sweet potato pie at number 3, coconut cream pie at number 4, and then you owe lemon meringue pie number 5. An apology.
Honestly, I would move pecan to 4, coconut cream to 5, lemon meringue to 3, and I'd bump pumpkin and apple up to 2 and 1 respectively. So
wow. Okay. Yeah. Is there a pie that you thought would be on here that's not on here?
Yeah, my favorite pie is an old, like a traditional fruit pie, a blueberry or a cherry.
Yeah. I thought of lumping in like the apple, blueberry, cherry, like peach. Like I thought of lumping in them all in as like maybe a fruit filling pie. I thought of putting that in, you know.
And also well, no, listen, it's a random blind ranking. It's got to be done. That's the whole fun of this. Also, a good chocolate cream pie
that's another thing.
really,
I
really
thought
nice.
of like consolidating the cream pies.
Yeah.
I love consolidating some cream pies, Daddy.
That's why you got 2 kids.
Let's keep it moving though. Would you like to go back to commencing some commenting?
Shall we?
Next comment comes off the once again unkillable sailor, the mystery of Hugh Williams clip. I mean,
love it.
Love it. This clip came out maybe month and a half ago, something like that, 2 months.
Yeah. I can't remember if it was right before Christmas or right after Christmas, but in that wheelhouse.
Yeah, like right around when I had my kid.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine the world then. I had a kid. My knee was leaking all kinds of fucking shit. You know, I was in and out of surgeries and hospitals and doing all kinds of damage. Your boy was racking up some bills. So either way, next comment comes from NYEV7224. NYEV or Niev 7224. 3 subscribers, no videos. They left a comment saying thus. They say, so for those that don't, I mean, the unkillable sailor, that's what the video is about. Fucking figure it out. So they said this. They say, if that's the case, how was there 2 same names on Last Sinking? Question mark. He split into two, LOL. Question mark. Clear to me, they named all of them after the first one survivor out of cadence and some area of wreckage. I don't know. I read that word for word. So how about I read it again, Bern? Okay.
I don't know if it's going to help, but give it a whirl.
Here we go. It says, if that's the case, how was there two same names on last sinking? Question mark. He split into two, LOL, question mark. Clear to me, they named all of them after the first one survivor, period, out of cadence and some area wreckages, period, IDK, which stands for I don't know.
That last sentence, I don't understand what cadence means there. That last sentence is a real kerfuffle.
I mean, this person's a mudge. They're mudging. What a mudge.
They're mudging. I think maybe what they're trying to say is that how could there be, if we're talking about there being one immortal Hugh, how could there be two people on the ship with the same name who both survived?
Mm-hmm. Is this person the Highlander? Are they saying there can be only one?
Maybe, or maybe there's something blessed about that name in Welsh folklore. Maybe naming your child Hugh Williams prevents them from dying on that particular lake. The point's not terrible. It's just, it's a cadence. What does cadence mean? I know what it means. I don't know what it means in this context. But I think the point they're trying to make is, if we're trying to say that there's one Hugh Williams that has lived through all the ages and keeps being on this boat, then it doesn't make sense that there were two Hugh Williamses on this boat. And maybe the immortal Hugh Williams found the other Hugh Williams and said, this is really going to fuck up this story. Come with me, buddy. I got a great idea for it. This is going to make things super weird.
Yeah, let's throw a wrench in this one. So either way, thank you for that. So next comment comes off the Dirty Dancing Reimagined Shorts clip, the Dirty Dancing Recast Shorts clip. It comes once again from everyone's favorite William Handy, Omni 112. He says, okay, now this is a great damn cast. And I'll tell you this, you know who we picked to switch out Soise in Dirty Dancing, Bern? Do you know? Do you remember?
Who did we pick to switch out Soise in Dirty Dancing? Was it Glenn Powell?
Actually, it was Glenn fucking Powell. That's who.
Damn right.
Goddamn right. Fucking course, it's gonna be great. It's Glenn fucking Powell, baby. It's Glenn fucking Powell's world, baby.
Wait, hold on.
Also, we put Flo Pugh. Oh, we put Flo Pugh.
Oh, we did. Yeah, we did. I'm flipping back through my notes.
Yeah, it was. We did Glenn Powell, Flo Pugh, John Hamm as the dad. The R.J. Seiler as the dickhead doctor, Sydney Sweeney as Penny, and then Haley Steinfeld as the annoying sister.
There we go.
Fucking crushed it, Daddy. Crushed it.
That was a good cast.
Daddy done crushed it. Daddy done smacked it with his hog. So that is all the comments for this sector. So, okay, this is a new segment, and I'll tell you, Daddy's excited. Daddy is so excited. So here's what we're doing. Here are some topics that could spark a lively debate about the sustainability in blue collar versus yuppie settings. So this is what we got. I want to know if these things belong to the blue collar crowd or the yuppie crowd. I consider myself a blue collar fella. Bern, are you blue collar as well?
I'm not here to tell anybody what collar they're going to wear, but I think you're dancing between raindrops, Patty. I think you're somewhere in the middle.
So, all right, we got a couple of things, items, and topics here that we're going to go over and discuss to see if they belong to the blue-collar crowd or the yuppie bums. Are you ready, Bern?
I am ready to go.
First topic, and I'm excited to hear your thoughts on this. Craft beer. Is the craft beer movement more prevalent among the blue-collar workers who would appreciate a good, strong brew after a hard day's work, or among yuppies who savor the artisanal flavors and trendy brewberries?
I'm a blue collar guy, but I've enjoyed my fair share of craft brews over the day. I like a little high intensity IPA.
Bern, as a bartender, can we say that we agree it's about how you order it? Let's paint a scene. If you come into a bar and let's say, there's a bunch of seats open at the bar, the bartender's there, you walk up, and he's like, "Hey, what can I grab you?" And then you start discussing, well, what do you got on tap? Do you have any IPAs? Do you have any Hefeweizen? Do you have any of this? In that setting, perfectly fine. The bartender, you can communicate. He can give you kind of what's on the menu, the kind of things that they have, and then you can get along with your day. You can get a nice brew, right? But
100%.
what the yuppie does is that it's 4 deep at the bar, right? And he's waving his card at you because he thinks his fucking card means he's got fucking dick, which he doesn't. And he's waving his card at you. You're 4 deep at the bar. You're going fucking nuts. You walk up to him. You say, "What can I get you, buddy?" And instead of knowing what he wants to drink like a fucking man, he says, "You got any IPAs on tap? Oh, is that hoppy or is that more full bodied? Does that got a woody, earthy tone?" You know what? That fucking guy doesn't get a beer. You know what he gets? He gets the fuck out of there.
Maddie, I think you may have just nailed this. I don't know if craft beer is inherently blue collar or yuppie. I think the way you order it is. I think that's the distinction.
It's not what you order, it's how you order it. And it's, be a fucking man about shit. Know you want to drink, you fucking pussy. And there's nothing wrong with going out and like, hey, you got a big date with the wife, you got to splurge. You're not going to get your usual brew and a shot. Maybe I'll get something, for the occasion. Sure. Every blue collar man deserves a nice brew. Amen to that. But if you're going to be the dickhead that's causing me angst 4 deep, fucking sit on a dick and spit. That's what I want.
If I'm working at a hole in the wall and we're 4 deep and someone comes in and asks, "Do we have any local ciders?" I'm going to throw a bar rag at them. That's just how it works. That's just how it works.
All right. So craft beer, it's not what you order, it's how you order it.
It's how you order it.
So for the next topic, we're going to do tattoos. Are tattoos more common among blue-collar workers who express themselves through body art and see them as a symbol of rebellion, or among yuppies who view them as a fashion statement and a form of self-expression? So, my thought is this, Bern. I'll tell you, a lot of the times, the blue-collar tattoos, they start young, They start, like, in high school, you got the tribal armband, like you were fucking, Bill Goldberg. You know what I mean? Maybe you got a Chinese lettering or something. If you were a pot smoker, you were doing a little Grateful Dead bears somewhere, something along those lines. But they started young, and you're just keeping it going because I started this young. I'm going to keep it going, right? But the yuppie didn't get his first tattoo till mommy and daddy paid for it for his 28th birthday. And he's like, you know what? I'm going to get a full sleeve because I really can't fight. But I saw Joe Rogan has them, and maybe people won't pick on me if I have sleeve tattoos. Maybe people won't pick on me so much. No, you're a fucking pussy. Also, here's something. I don't have any tattoos, Bern. You want to know why? You want to know why, Bern?
What's that?
My dad was a fucking Special Forces Army Ranger, and he told me that you cannot have any identifying marks of any kind if you want to fucking kill people. So fucking eat a dick with your sleeves, you cunts.
That's really smart. That's a really smart play. I think
also, I'm covered in hair.
Yeah, that's true. The shaving alone, they'd charge you for it.
Yeah.
I think I have 7 or 8 tattoos, but
But you started young though. You were what? You were in your early 20s, right?
Yeah, 21 maybe. Here's a good
and also a remembrance of, you got one as a remembrance of your buddy who died too, right?
That was my first tattoo, and
so
also
there you go.
my most
That's the other thing
tattoo.
Too. If it's like a remembrance thing, but if you're getting your favorite Pokemon cards as a sleeve up your arm with a Harry Potter wand, you're a fucking tool.
I think if your first tattoo costs more than $100 and takes more than an hour to do, you're a yuppie.
Yes.
That's it. I think that's what I'll put it down on.
Okay.
I don't care what it looks like, but if you have this, if you go in and go, I'm going to get my first tattoo, but it's going to cover half of my body, and it's going to cost multiple thousands of dollars, and it's going to be 15 sessions before I even have the needle touch my skin, that's a yuppie move. If you're just a drunk, confused 20-year-old who every once in a while walks into a tattoo parlor and goes, "Give me this," that's blue collar. 40 years ago, someone had a sleeve tattoo or a tattoo on
Yeah,
their neck.
dude, when we were
or their
coming up, if someone had that, they got that in prison as part of a biker gang, after, killing hookers and dealing 20 million pounds of meth. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, if you were 20 years old and you saw someone who had a tattoo on their neck or face versus now, if you see
Yeah.
someone who has a tattoo on their neck or face,
Yeah.
I don't feel the same way. I don't
Agreed.
feel the same way.
Yes. You're right. Also, like, dude, I remember going to the shore, and I remember we saw this guy who was in the Navy who had like all like Navy
The
guys
whole
were
thing.
like
Yeah.
but that was the thing back in the day. If you were in the Navy, it was Tattoo City. Like all the Navy guys were tattooed up. Like I
Well,
think that was like part of being in the Navy. Everyone's tatted up.
stuff. Yeah. Navy guys definitely did it right. Plus, all their tattoos mean something, like turtles on the
Yeah.
feet or pigs on the
Yeah.
feet.
How pissed are you if you're in the fucking Russian mafia and then you see some hipster at a Cancun resort with the same things? You're like, guy, I will kill you. You want to stab? I will cut that tattoo off you, you fucking yuppie cunt.
Or like Yakuza.
I honestly, if I did get a tattoo, I'd love to do it like the Samoans do it. Have you seen their shit? That's
Tap, tap, tap,
fucking
tap, tap, tap.
gangster, dude. But like even like the way like it looks, how they get like their whole bodies and shit, that stuff's fucking gangster. All right, Bern. So we'll do one more in this new segment, Yuppie or Blue Collar, and we're gonna talk about good old pickleball. Who is pickleball for? Is pickleball, is relatively easy to learn and requires less specialized equipment compared to sports like tennis or golf? Yeah, that's true. This makes
Sure.
it more accessible to people with varying income levels, which is great. But if you're out there, like you were saying, and you're the guy that buys a $500 pickleball racket that does affect how you play the game, and you're a cunt and a yuppie.
Here's how I look at it. I think pickleball is a great, full disclosure, I've never played it. I think pickleball is
Yeah.
a great sport for people who are getting older, people who have had like physical jobs their
Yeah.
whole life and are like,
Yeah.
listen, I just want to get a sweat in. I want to get my
Yeah.
heart rate up. I want to get a sweat in. It's
Yeah.
the like 22-year-old guy with the $400 pickleball racket and like the full size tennis bag who shows up where I'm
Yeah.
like, buddy, you are in the prime of your life. There's so
Yes.
many physical things that you can
Yes.
do that your body has not yet betrayed you on.
Yeah.
You can play
Yes.
pickleball as a part of your fitness, but you can hit the gym, you can lift weights, you can play
Right.
hoops, you can join a
Yeah.
softball team with your work. You can
Totally.
do all of those things.
And
But
if you're a dad with a couple of kids, goes on his lunch break, if you're a retired guy that goes there, hangs out all day, whacks around a couple games with your pals, fine. But if you just graduated high school and you weren't good enough to be a varsity athlete, and you think you're going to go there and tear down some guys who are working with a brand new hip and think you're fucking worth a damn, you know what you are? You're a yuppie piece of shit. All
you're a
right?
yuppie, 100%.
Go fucking find
100%.
some real athletes. Because guess what? If I went out and found some 21-year-old varsity athletes, they'd fucking mop the floor with you in your $500 dick smoking racket. Okay? So I'm with you, Bern. You go there, hey, nothing wrong with a little competition, right? But seek out real competition. Don't go there because you're going to go against 6-year-old Johnny, who's a retired Navy man. You know what I mean? So I'm with you there. It's not what game you play, it's how you play the game. So, all right, Bern. Well, that was the first ever Blue Collar or Yuppie segment, and I think it went well.
I think so too.
Well.
I think we
were kind of
discovered
one-sided.
well, what I think we discovered, at least, and we'll have to see how it goes moving forward, is that there's a lot of things that aren't inherently blue collar or yuppie. It's about intention and how you do it that really lets us know where you're coming from.
True that. Okay. And we got one more thing I want to commence to one more comment.
Sure.
And it's from everyone's favorite mom. Everyone's favorite mom. The one old Vermont mom, daddy. So here we go, Bern. I saved this one for last for a reason. So Vermont mom left a comment on the Roadhouse recast long form clip. She says thus. She says, fun fact. I always said as a child I would marry Patrick Swayze. I don't want to watch a Roadhouse without him any more then I want to watch WPP without you guys. She
Oh,
then goes on to say, sorry I've been MIA. They finally found my mom's cancer and staying positive while they create her treatment plan. Hoping to be back on more. Miss you all. Great job, guys, and much love. Heart emoji. I'll tell you, Vermont Mom, I fucking love you. And my thoughts and prayers are with you. And I hope everything works out with your mom. It's tough, tough news, So hopefully they
but
get
good
things
news.
going. Yeah, and they get the treatment going and everything works. And, we love you, Vermont Mom. And we always know that you're thinking about us. And honestly, as much as Working Perspectives podcast doesn't work without us, it doesn't work without you either. And got people like you, people like Miss Metal Sue Matthews or Omni 112 William Handy. This show doesn't work without you guys. And we love you just as much. And Vermont Mom, just wishing you the best. We love you.
Yeah, and all those silly gooses out there that we haven't heard from yet. Here's a funny fact, though, Vermont Mom. I don't know if you know this. Patrick Swayze always said he was going to marry you.
Oh, damn.
So,
damn.
Take that for what it is. Nothing but love, Vermont Mom.
Love. Love you,
We love
Mom.
you.
Yeah.
And we love your mom. We love Vermont Mom's mom.
Love you. Love your mom. Love everything about it. So, Bern.
Vermont Grandmom. Best of luck.
Speaking of loving Vermont Mom and Vermont Grandmom, this has been another episode of the Working Perspectives podcast presents The Retorted Show. In case you're wondering, you can find all our stuff and all our content on all podcast platforms and YouTube at Working Perspectives Podcast. You can also on Instagram at Working Perspectives Podcast. Join us on Twitter and TikTok at Working P Pod. And if you'd like to be a guest on the show, please email us at workingperspectives@gmail.com. And please like and subscribe, and we'll keep bringing you this incredible content. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll catch you next time. Thanks. See ya!